From becoming the #1 Radiant in NA to multiple bans on Twitch and Valorant.
I think Muda's gonna have like, he's got 2 more months. 2 more months and he's either canceled or I don't know.
This is the controversial rise of Mooda. You may know Mooda nowadays as an extremely popular variety streamer with a little over 500,000 followers with about 6,000 average viewers on Twitch, but he wasn't always this popular. In fact, I took a look at his YouTube channel and he was posting Fortnite videos all the way back in 2018 with pretty minimal success, and this went on for a couple of years. But it wasn't until about September of 2021 where he would post his first Valorant video. I won't play the audio because it's copyright, but the edit gave me a small case of epilepsy. Moving on, it wasn't until February of 2022 when Mooda would turn on his stream for the first time, in which he only streamed for 20 minutes and wrapped it up. It's safe to say he didn't fall in love with streaming just yet. But in 2022, Mooda went live about 11 different times. But in 2023, we'd get to see him become a lot more consistent. He streamed more times in January and February of 2023 than he did in all of 2022. But it wasn't until around November of 2023 where Mooda began to take things seriously. Before November of 2023, Mooda's streams would average anywhere between 3 to 10 viewers without a raid, but this is where Mooda started to break through the single-digit viewer curse. And a lot of this was due to his unfiltered and spontaneous nature, as well as playing with big streamers like Subroza. And then in January of 2024, his streams really started to take off. It wasn't uncommon for a Mooda stream to peak at 100 viewers at this time. And a lot of this was due to his presence on other social medias like YouTube and TikTok. He had his first big YouTube video in January of 2024 titled "I Made FNS Lose His Mind," in which he almost got 40 kills in a game against FNS. Videos like these are bound to drive traffic to your channel, especially when you have an outgoing and unpredictable personality like Mooda. People always want to see what he's gonna do next. After this one video blew up, it wasn't uncommon for Mooda's videos to get over 50,000 views, sometimes pushing over 100,000. You can see the effect it had on his Twitch growth as well, not even mentioning how popular some of his shorts and TikToks were. By the end of February 2024, Mooda was averaging about 80 viewers with 0 help. He was growing at an insane pace considering he had just 10 viewers 2 months before this. Mooda made it a point to stay consistent with the streaming thing. Previously, he wasn't very consistent at all, but from March 2024 and later, you can see he barely missed any days of streaming from this point onwards. It honestly shows what consistency can do for you as a streamer. A lot of people have high potential, but can't put in the hours like most of the top streamers have done. Regardless, between March and April, Mooda held a pretty consistent viewer average between 60 to 80, which is great for a streamer, but this was probably the most static point in his career so far. That wasn't until the end of May, where seemingly out of nowhere, Mooda quite literally blew up. He went from averaging about 70 viewers to hundreds in just a couple of weeks at this point. I like to believe this was largely due to his success with short form content. There were tons of clips floating around involving Mooda, like this one that got 4 million views on YouTube alone.
What the f is this gun? Hold this gun? Is it invisible for you?
Yeah, this is cool, thanks.
Okay, can I get it back at least?
No, I'm missing with this. Cover me, cat, cover me, cat.
Distraction.
I don't know if we can, but there's a lot in me, brother.
Hold on, I can.
Maybe.
Enemy down.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, we're snappy.
I've used this skin for so long I can make it turn invisible.
Mooda obviously has a unique personality that kept his viewers around after they came from his short form or long form content, but his growth rate was honestly insane. I mean, not only 6 months after in November, he was averaging 5,000 to 6,000 viewers by just keeping up the same method. A lot of it can be attributed to clip farming, but he was live anywhere from 6 to 10 hours almost every day during this time period, which is insanely consistent. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to play Valorant for 10 hours straight every day, but let me tell you, it's a struggle for me. I have to guarantee you this grind got to him mentally at times. Mooda's claim to fame has been a constant grind mentality, personality, and presence on multiple social medias, so it makes sense that his growth was so insane. But it hasn't always been flawless rounds out of Mooda. He's been in quite the number of controversies and Twitch bans throughout his time on the platform. In fact, right after he started blowing up in the second half of 2024, he had his first controversy with a streamer named Tarik.
Bro, if you guys say duo with Muda one more time, no joke, I'm gonna ban all of you. No, I'm never gonna play with him. I got no beef with the guy, but every day I will never play with Muda ever.
What did you guys do, bro? Why'd you guys just ruin a connect?
Every 5 minutes, duo with Muda. How about you my balls?
Bro, what happened? What did I do? I didn't even ask to do it with the guy.
Match found.
Oh God. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm gonna pass out from yelling.
Chat, Rainer jet, Rainer jet, Rainer jet.
Go. Let's go.
Wake up, buddy. I'm faster. Nah, from now on, if I'm playing solo queue games, I'm just gonna bring a viewer to talk to me
bro,
in Discord while I
do
play.
it with Muda, bro. Do it.
Who the fuck? Not playing games with you guys, bro. I'm making a statement here. Enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough.
He doesn't want to play with the boy. I'm dead. No, actually, Taric's actually kind of funny. Taric's actually kind of funny. He's kind of funny.
I guess Muda must have talked about wanting to duel with Taric at some point, and it caused Muda's chat to go to Taric's stream spamming to queue with Muda, which Taric didn't seem to like. This beef was really lighthearted, but what happened next is the worst thing that could happen to any Twitch streamer out there, a Twitch ban. Muda had experienced multiple bans, but the first one came on October 23rd, 2024. As far as I can tell, the exact cause for this ban is unconfirmed, but I found some people saying it was because he showed his chest on stream. It did only last for around 16 hours in total, but it was a bad sign going forward. Having your livelihood threatened by a ban, combined with how poorly Twitch keeps in communications with streamers over their ban, you never know what could happen in the future. Muda's next ban came on November 5th of 2024, with the reason being he was doing some wicked things with his chair on stream.
Ah! Bro, like, come here. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Get your ass on that bed. I don't give a fuck. Get your ass on that bed right now.
Alright, I need an op. You got me op.
The chair is 12. I don't give a fuck if the chair is 12, 8, 7, 6, or 4. I don't give a fuck. Okay, pause. It's a bro. It's because it's the chair. The chair. I don't give. Bro, the chair's age doesn't matter, bro.
This was another day-long ban, which isn't too bad, but getting banned twice in 2 weeks can't feel too good as a streamer. It probably makes you feel like you're walking on a tightrope and can't be yourself at times when this happens. Thankfully, Muda managed to stay out of controversy for a little while, but his next Twitch ban came on December 22nd of 2024, and the reason for this one was a bit more serious. Muda was watching a Twitch streamer by the name of Melmy at the time, and when she didn't recognize who he was, he reacted like this.
She doesn't know who I am. Damn. She does not know who I am.
There's a lot of new people in the chat. It's kind of random. Your name looks familiar.
Yeah. Let's go.
Obviously, this was a pretty bad look PR-wise for Muda. This clip in isolation and the tweet thread Melmy dropped made him seem like a massive egoist and rude in general, which he definitely was in the clip. But I'd say this was just a moment where Muda didn't fully comprehend the power of his chat, and it seemed like he was mostly joking, but it seemed social media or Twitter didn't take it that way. This ended up netting him a 7-day ban for hate raiding a couple days after this though. And here's what Taric had to say about this ban.
I used to pray for times like, what happened? He would have got banned? Ah, dude, what now? Oh no, he got banned? Oh, man. Oh, dude, you dead, bro. Oh,
This was a pretty funny reaction out of Taric, and I didn't get the feeling that he was being too malicious here, but other person was, and that was Zelsis. He had some things to say about Muda at the time.
I'm all for like being a troll and being cringe and shit, but I don't know, bro. This whole like fake beef thing of like streamers doing this fake beef and then like streamers like, I don't know, their chat's just kind of going wild. I don't know. It's just not good, to be honest.
Muda then proceeded to say this in response.
Bro, it's not even cringe. Like, I don't even know what this guy's saying, bro. This guy's acting like he doesn't say the fucking hard R off stream. Like, come on, Zelsis. We all know you're putting your finger up your ass and literally, like, we all know you say the hard R off stream, bro. Come on, let's be honest here, Zelsis. Let's be honest here.
This was a pretty big call out from Muda saying Zelsis says the hard R off stream, but there wasn't any evidence to back that claim up. I did find these videos of Muda self-reporting a bit though.
Yes, I used to say the N-word back in the day. Wallah on my life that I don't say it anymore.
Who invented the telephone?
Nikola Tesla. Nigiri? What's wrong with black? Everything? Bro, okay, so not only does he break my shield, he headshots me and then headshots me. So bro, honestly, it's actually crazy.
Heaven, bro, heaven.
That is the equivalent to me waking up tomorrow and being black. Chat, what are the chances I wake up tomorrow and I'm black?
I think Muda was mostly trolling in this beef, but it seemed like Zelsis took it really personally when he met Poppin and Muda in a rank game.
I think that you guys muted each other. I think he muted you too.
Bro, I don't even hate this guy.
Why'd you mute him then?
This guy said I say the N-word off stream.
Okay, said a true statement.
Just Clove is popping. And I actually liked his team, but now I hope they just go fucking last and lose everything. Because they are probably the worst fucking team ever to win fucking stage 3.
Their beef pretty much fizzled out after this, but the timing of Muda's ban could not have been any worse. Muda was in the middle of his big streaming event called the Mudathon. The Mudathon was basically a streaming marathon with the condition that he couldn't end stream until he hit #1 on Valorant. This marathon had to be going on for a week already by the time of his ban, and it really killed all of his momentum for the stream at the time. After the ban, he went on to continue the stream on YouTube for a few days, and during this time he managed to hit 100,000 subscribers. So despite his Twitch ban, he still managed to hit a huge milestone. The grind never stops with this guy.
I was this close to giving up today and yesterday. I'm gonna put my life back into this shit. I don't care how physically drained I am, how mentally drained I am. I will be putting 100% into this.
His Mudathon came to a halt at the end of day 2 on YouTube though, where Muda decided he had to prioritize his mental health with all of the stress he's gone through during it so far. And honestly, I can't really blame him. At this point, he had been grinding for over a week on top of being banned on his main platform. I personally don't know if I'd be able to focus on the game at times.
And I'm sorry for all the people that were rooting for me and telling me not to give up. I know I'm the chosen one, bro, and I know that the chosen one isn't supposed to give up. But I'll be leaving this battle, bro, for just a different day, bro. I promise you, bro, I will get rank 1. I promise to God I'll get rank 1. This is not a good... I love you guys, bro. I love you guys. I love you guys so much, bro.
This was just a tiny bump in the road for Muda because he was back on Twitch directly after his ban wrapped up with the Mudathon Part 2. And to nobody's surprise, Muda got banned again just a few days after his return. Talk about unlucky. I couldn't find an exact reason for the ban, but it was clear that Twitch had it out for Muda. At this point, even if you don't like the guy, you have to admit there's some streamers out there getting away with much worse than Muda's been banned for. But despite the ban, Muda was back at it again for his #1 Radiant spot and finally ended up hitting it, which was well deserved for how much of a grind he put into this whole thing. Despite the ups and downs of it, the chosen one came out on top.
Is the #1.
Oh my God! Yes!
That was until the allegations hit. This sounds a lot worse than it is. Muda's allegations were just of win trading in Valorant to hit rank 1, nothing else. On January 7th, a Twitter named Tarik provided a list of people he believed were win trading to help Muda get rank 1 in Valorant. This tweet amassed over 800,000 views, and a lot of people were labeling Muda as a win trader who didn't earn his way to #1. I mean, some of the screenshots were pretty damning, including some DMs where Muda was even asking people to throw, but I personally don't believe Muda was win trading for a couple of reasons. Firstly, I believe Riot would have given him a ban if he actually was. This was a big enough situation for Riot to notice for sure. And on top of that, Muda was playing excellent in his games. He wouldn't even needed to win trade to hit #1. Him and Poppin were going crazy. Muda hasn't seen much controversy since the win trading allegations though. Throughout 2025, he's pretty much just been grinding and having a good time. He's moved away from Valorant being his only game since the Mudathon. Nowadays, he still plays a lot of games with the main focus being Valorant still. This is how Muda reached an insane peak in his career. Between the controversies and his unique personality, he's constantly going viral. And to find out about the rise and fall of Fluorescent, click the video on screen now.